What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Eric from the SDM podcast, and with me, as usual, is my boy Kris. What's going on, Kris?
Chum. What's going on with you, man?
Listen, I'm having a great day. I mean, as you can imagine, I'm having a phenomenal day. Today, the New York Giants decided to just give the little boot to Coach Daboll, La Bola, like I like to call him. And yeah, man, super excited to see what's going on with the Giants. I'm not really happy with the interim head coach they picked. I think they should have fired every single person in that organization. From man, if they could fire Mara, I swear to God, but I can't. They can't. He's the owner, but they should let everybody go. But for right now, I'm good. Let's see. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. But I'm happy about it. I'm happy. He seemed the coach Ryan. He seemed to the team was working hard for him. Let's just say that the team was working hard for him, but his coaching staff wasn't working hard for him. So um, it is what it is. It's business. But at the end of the day, if you're here to win, if you're not gonna win, get the hell out. So super excited about it though. What's up with you? What's going on with you as far as you're in your area over there? Because I know you are a Florida guy. What's going on with your teams out there?
Well, after just having a bye week, Tampa Bay came back and pretty much shit the bed again. We let up 3 touchdowns of over 50 plus yards. Those are things that are very preventable, obviously,
Yeah.
with just being wherever you need to be, making the tackle when you get your hands on somebody. But yeah, I mean, we fought back a little bit. We made it closer. It was 28-23. So, I mean, it wasn't a blowout loss or anything, but we didn't look good.
Listen, it's not as bad as the Giants, who have lost 5 games, when they're leading by like 20 points and then they end up losing by like 5 or 6 points. Like, well, what the hell? So, listen, it's football. It's any given Sunday. It just happens that with us, it's every Sunday. So, at least Tampa Bay has a better shot than we do. But, all right, so let's get to it and do it. We have a few things to cover today. So, what games are you looking forward to this weekend, man? A lot of games going on, a lot of things going on this weekend. So, which ones are you looking forward to?
On the college side of things, we got Texas and Georgia. That
Texas and Georgia.
one should be a good watch. Archie Manning and is taking his team down there to Georgia, and we'll see who comes out on top on that one. It's gonna be a dogfight, I believe.
It could be. I mean, you got Georgia, who's 8-1. You got Texas, who's 7-2, 3,
7-2.
7-2. But they're going to Georgia though. They're going. Is it in Georgia?
Yeah.
So I mean, I've said this before to you, and I will keep saying it. It's kind of hard for me to root against Georgia or Alabama. So it's kind of like, but it will be a fight. It will definitely be a fight. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a big blowout. I don't think it's going to be one of those. It could be a last minute decision, but it's not going to be a big blowout. That's for sure. I don't know. Low scoring game. Let's just put it that way.
Dude, I would absolutely love it if it's one of those type of games that goes into like 3 or 4 or 5 overtimes.
Damn.
Because after the first overtime, you have to score. Once you score a touchdown, you go for 2. Can you imagine that back and forth?
Yeah, but again, I mean, college kids, man, they're probably all drunk and everything. They probably don't realize, woohoo, we won in triple overtime. What the hell just happened? I was just having a beer. No, that's just gonna put a toll on them. Easy for their following for the following week, whoever's playing them, they're like, yeah, they're tired. They tired. They just played 2 games back to back.
But us as fans, you either love it or you hate it. Obviously, depending on if it's your team, that you're sitting there at the edge of your seat, just sweating bullets the entire time, like, oh my god, is my team going to score or not? That's where I can see where it kind of sucks. But if you just love football and you don't care about the 2 teams, and you're just like, yo, duke it out,
keep going. Well, it's so here's the thing. it just happened right now, right? I'm not a fan of neither Toronto or the Dodgers, but didn't they go to like 17? I think it was like 16 or 17 innings.
Yeah, that took like
I'm like, by eating 12, I was like, woohoo. 13, I was like, then let's go. 14, I'm like, all right, what's going on? That was like that. By the end, I was like, please just, I don't care. Somebody wins. I don't care. I don't care who wins. Just somebody hit the ball, damn it. So yeah, that was it like you said, it depends. Even for me, like when I go to like this wrestling events, it kind of sucks that they split it into 2 days, like the WrestleManias, and now they're doing the SummerSlam also as a 2 day, but it kind of works and it doesn't because they're still kind of long, but not as long as they used to be. Like I remember, like I was saying, like a couple of years ago before WrestleMania, I went to 2 nights in Texas. It was a whole day event, like literally a whole day event. You would start the day off by like getting to the stadium by like 2, 3 o'clock. Doors open at 4. Show started at 5, and it's midnight, and you're still like this. You're like, yay! Like that's a long time to be sitting, watching, and everything. So now they're shortening it out a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I love sports. I enjoy watching them, but it gets to a point where it's like, okay, baseball's supposed to be 9 innings, football 4 quarters, hockey 3 periods, basketball 4 periods. You go over that, unless it's a championship game, I'll be like, fuck you.
no, but it's good though. I've never been to one of those wrestling events. You know, me not being
Cool kids.
one of the padillas that enjoy the sport, but
Hey now.
I feel like personally, if I was somebody that was attending that event, I would prefer it being a 2 day event. So then that way you go the first day, you do 4, 5, 6 hours, whatever it is, and then you go back, you have time to chill, recover, and then go back the next day, do the same thing, and then there you go. And it's kind of similar, kind of not, but a few years ago I went to Coachella with my older sister Crystal, and Coachella, I don't know if you've ever been or if you ever heard about it or anything like that, but it's a
Yeah, I
three
heard
day
about it, but never
music
been there.
festival. Yeah, it's a 3 day music festival. I mean, it's one of those things where you can you're able to plan your day out. You
Yeah.
can be like, hey, this day I'm going to do this, this, and this, and then this day I'm planning on doing this, this, and this. So I don't know, if I was a wrestling fan, I think I would prefer the 2 day event.
Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the 2 day event. I do. I really do because here's how I know I enjoy them. Because now when I go to like a Raw or SmackDown or to any other pay-per-view, like it's a 1 day thing, it's like I get there, I'm excited, it's over.
It's like not enough.
Other it's not. Yeah, it wasn't enough. Like I got the taste of it, but I'm kind of used to the okay. So today was great. Tomorrow's gonna be even better. And then after 2 days, you're like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied. But the problem is that again, and I will repeat this again. I know I said it a couple of weeks ago. When I paid close to $600 for 5 people, it's kind of hard to buy tickets for WrestleMania now, and it's like $1,800 for 1 day.
Oh, I can't do that.
Yeah, no, it's like Super Bowl. TKO thinks that every like UFC. I love UFC, but I've lost interest throughout in the years. I lost interest in UFC for the simple fact that I haven't been to an event. Some events, they're first of all, they're mostly in Vegas, right? They're mostly in Vegas, and when they used to come to New York, the prices were ridiculous. Like all the way on top, it's like freaking like 900, 1,000, and I'm like, I'm not paying that. So now the same owners of UFC, they're the owners of WWE, and they think that every event is $1,000.
That's crazy.
So it's one of those things. Like I'm going in December 13 to John Cena's last match, and I don't know how I got lucky, but my ticket was like $180. I'm like, that's great. I snatched that real quick, but now I'm looking at the resale. Like the people are buying and selling, and I'm like, do I want to be one of the ones that said I went to John Cena's last match because he's a GOAT, or do I want to be one of the guys that pay $180 ticket, bought $180 ticket, and sold it for like $2,600?
I guess it really all comes down to like, you know, is this ticket, is going to this event, like, does it actually mean something to you? You know what I mean? Like,
John Cena.
and yeah. So like, I already knew, I already knew that answer, but it's one of those, like, personally, I don't think I would even ever have that thought, because $2,600, it can be a lot of money, right? So it can be, obviously depending on the situation and who you are as a person. $2,600 could be a lot of money, but then at the same time, $2,600 could just, it can be
Like
gone like
that.
that. So I think honestly at that point I would just keep a ticket, see the event, and be one of the people that got to witness it and be like,
Yep.
hey, it's one of those things. So like, this is kind of crazy because when it comes to football, when Brady was on the Patriots, I honestly didn't care about him, right? He was like the Mahomes now, right? So he was always winning. Everybody hated him because he was winning, and this, that, and the third, right? I really didn't care too much about him. He comes to Tampa, right? And I think his third season, his last season, his third season with Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
We go down, my pops and I, we go down to the Bucks Bengals preseason game. Now, granted, I got to see one drive of Tom Brady,
But you got to see him.
but I got to see him on the field. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's like, yes, it wasn't a full game. It wasn't a game that technically mattered in any sense, but I saw him on the field for maybe 3 minutes max. You know what I mean? And I get to keep that. I'm just like, hey, I got to see Brady play on the field, and that's it. And he was wearing a Bucks uniform, even better.
So it's kind of like that because I went to the Giants game, and it was when Eli got benched. So I wasn't happy.
That broke the streak, right? He had like 200 and like.
Yep. That's why I hate that coach too. I can't remember. I think it was Judge. I think it was. Was it? It don't matter, or whoever the hell it was. But yeah, so I made sure I got a ticket, and I actually got to see the Steelers versus the Giants, and I saw Eli play. I saw Big Ben, and Eli. I was like, all right, it was kind of cool. I think the last game I saw was Daniel Jones versus. Oh my God, can't remember his name now. Oh my God,
Didn't you go to the Giants Raiders game?
yeah. Oh my God, I can't remember his name. Carr. There you go, Derek Carr. I got to see them too. So I've seen a few. I just didn't remember.
That was when Lorna was a Raiders fan for the 3 years.
Yeah, now she's a Giants fan. Now she's a Giants fan. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, because and it's funny because I took Lorna to a hockey game. I took her to the Hershey Bears, right here, a couple of minutes down the road, and she absolutely fell in love with hockey. She wanted to keep going because if you know Lorna's a very violent person. I know. So the physicality, the fighting, and everything, she's like, "Oh, let's go." So she liked hockey, which I got to take her to another game. And now that she really wasn't. She was a Raiders fan because of Derek Carr. She liked Carr, and everything. Because in reality, if she were to be a fan of anybody, as much as it pains me to say this, she would be a fan of the Eagles.
The local team.
It's not the local team. It's not about the local team. It's about what the Eagles organization and the owner have done for the autism community and what they do and all that stuff. Obviously, with our son being autistic, so she loves that about them. Absolutely loves that. But she knows that I hate them, so she won't go that route. Smart woman. But she's like, as you know, she's a huge Disney fan. She loves Star Wars, or Darth Vader. And then here comes Jackson Dart with the whole, Darth Vader thing and the whole nine, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's my guy, that's my quarterback." She's like, "Can I be a Giants fan?" I'm like, "Welcome home, honey. Welcome home." I
You know
mean,
that
I mean,
that
it's the
her
Jersey
her
team.
yeah, her picking the Giants comes with a Jackson Dart jersey. You know that, right?
Absolutely. And if Jackson Dart goes to, the Carolina Panthers in 4 years, then guess what? She's gonna be a Panthers fan. I don't think she follows. I don't think she likes football as a whole. She just likes players. But as long as they're wearing a Giants jersey, that's all that matters to me. But she did pick a team for hockey, and I'm proud to say that she's a New Jersey Devils fan. So hey, let's go.
Poor Lorna, man. I don't think she's gonna
Hey,
see many
oh,
wins.
what are you talking about? Hold on, because I know they're playing tonight, and they just lost. They were like 8-0. They were like 8-0, and they lost. Um, Now they lost a few since then, but they still have a great record, dude. The Devils are 11-4.
I did see the other day the Lightning just pulled off like 7 out of 8 wins.
The Lightning are starting to play as well. The Lightnings, my God, hold on. Woo-hoo. December 11, they're playing. The Lightnings are currently 8-5.
Good. Yeah, I think
8-5.
we started like really horrible. really, really horrible. But
Wait,
I don't consider it like, oh, this is like a horrible team or anything like that, because like, these guys, they play like what? Don't they play like 82 games or something like that? Like, yeah, it's a long season.
it's a long season. I mean, it's like the Pirates. Every year for the last 20 years, the Pirates come in and I get so excited with them because they're winning all the spring training games. They're winning like the first couple of games. They win like 5 games in a row and then they lost 47 in a row. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, come on, man. All right, let's stick to the subject. All right, so what about the NFL? What's going on in the NFL this week, next week? Well, this week coming up. Oh, we discussed that already, right? No, we didn't.
We did.
And we got out of it.
We spoke a little bit about that Seattle and
The
Rams
Rams.
game coming up.
Yeah. That's going to be a good game.
That one
That's going
is
to be a
going to
good
be a
game.
good one. That one's going to be a good one. I'm going to tune in and watch that one as well.
Aren't they both 7-2?
They're both 7-2.
See? Hey now?
I will say, and obviously, I don't want to come on the podcast and just strictly talk about Buccaneers every single time, but we do have a tough matchup this week, and we do got Buffalo. Both teams 6-3. Dude, they took a massive. But here's the thing. They lost to Miami, right? Miami knows them. That's the
Yeah, they're
rival.
the same division.
Same division, right?
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that Tampa Bay is going to come and play pissed off, just like Buffalo will, for losing to Miami. You know what I mean?
Where they at?
They're in Tampa. I believe so, yeah. They're in Tampa.
That's going to be insane.
We're in Buffalo.
Yeah, good luck with that. You're done. You're done. You're done.
I was thinking we just played New England last weekend. Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah.
In Tampa.
Yeah. This game is going to be good. I mean, obviously has playoff implications and all that stuff. So, who's the quarterback, man? I'm drawing a blank now to the Seahawks. Darnold, right?
Sam Darnold for the Seahawks. Yep.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's going against your boy. Who has him? No, Joel. Who has Stafford?
I just traded him to Derek.
See, I knew somebody had him. I knew I just seen him. So hey, listen. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a game to watch. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on it. As long as what time is that game? It depends because I know I'm gonna be working. So it has to be an afternoon game.
Yeah, it's 4:00. It's a West Coast game, so it's a 1:00 game over there, but it's 4 for us.
Yeah, so it's good. It's gonna be a good game. What else do we got? Obviously, you're gonna pick Tampa Bay to win, right?
Of course. What about next week's Monday night game?
Who is it?
Detroit and Philly. Give me Detroit.
Where at?
Philly.
Ugh. I don't know, man. That's gonna be a good game. You know, you coming in, you're coming in hard as hell, trying to win a game in Philadelphia. You got Detroit, who's gonna put a hurting on Philly, and then it's gonna come Philadelphia, who's gonna keep pushing it in to get to where they need to. I had to get that in there. I had to. I had to get that in there. Uh, actually, Lions, Eagles at home. Damn. I don't want to say the Eagles. I really don't want to say the Eagles, but it's gonna be a close game.
I hope they both lose.
How about that?
Just both lose.
How about that? Nah, man. I'll go with Detroit. I think Detroit's the better team. Better has a better coaching staff. Um, I yeah, I can't even say that shit because it's just obviously as a Giant, I think that everything the Eagles do is crap, especially the tush push. So yeah, nah. Give me give me Detroit. Give me Detroit.
I don't
Uh,
know like what it does for Tampa Bay if Philly wins or if Detroit wins. You know what I mean? I don't know how that
affects them.
affects Tampa Bay. Obviously, in terms of maybe like playoff seeding, you know, we either move up one or go down one, because we lost to both of them. So, but we lost to Philly in a much more closer game than we did to Detroit. But
Yeah,
obviously, it doesn't help that we lost to both of them. You know what I mean? But I
not
think
at
it
all.
really doesn't. I think it really doesn't affect too much anything for Tampa Bay. Because let's just say, quote unquote, like if the season ended like right now, we would be where we are already, which is we're
Yeah,
probably like the third or fourth seed right now. But yeah, so I guess at that point it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna go with Detroit.
yeah. It don't matter. Listen, what's going on with Pacheco, man? Over there in Kansas City, he got hurt again. Did he start the
Yeah,
season
he's
hurt?
hurting. He's hurting.
So that means that he came back a little bit too quick.
I think. I think he
Wait,
got hurt. Uh, MCL sprain is what I see here. But I don't know. Was that the same issue? Like, was that the same? I think he just had like a
that's
foot or ankle injury or something like that.
it's pretty much everything. It seems to be a MCL when the running backs.
Well, yeah.
But you also got Garrett Wilson from the Jets.
Funny enough, somebody tried trading me Garrett Wilson, your son. Dude, I
Uh,
spent like 3 days trying to talk to him about, getting Saquon Barkley off of him. And then, of course, he was ghosting me the entire time. And then next thing I know, he's like, Kyle, check sleeper. And I'm like, God forbid. He's talking to Kyle on the side or something. So, of course, they get a deal done, right?
did they? What did they do?
I think he traded Barkley for Drake London.
He did what?
He got Drake London out of it, but he traded Barkley. Derek, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why he was even entertaining any offers to begin with, but yeah, that happened.
When did that happen? Was
It
it
was on
vetoing? Like, did we do anything? Like, what the?
Sunday, I want to say maybe it happened.
It's still pending.
It's still pending. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just veto it.
No, you know what's funny? You know what's funny though? I'm like, hey, by the way, guys, this is the last week to do any trades, and then everybody puts everybody on trade block and wants to do all the trading in 1 week instead of like gradually throughout the entire season. Everybody wants to trade now in the last couple of minutes, you know.
What the hell are they doing? I
I
just
don't know,
veto
dude. I
everybody.
was I was talking to Derek for like a whole 3 days before he even said anything to Kyle. I was like, dude, and then like he just, of course, I'm sure with working the whole, I get it. But like, dude, when you wake up and you check your phone, like you see the message that I sent you. You know what I mean? Like,
No, he doesn't. No.
that's crazy.
You don't know how many times I have to send Alicia a message to, hey, tell Derek to go check his phone because he has everything off all the time.
What's the point of the note? You know what? It's whatever. It's
You know
his
what? Let's
prerogative.
just get out of here.
Let's just move on. Okay.
So
No, but
yeah,
anyways, it was funny because he just said he was like, "Hey, you want Garrett Wilson?" And I was like, "Dude, he's hurt first of all," and then he was like, "Yeah, but they might not have a quarterback next season." I was like, "So then why would I trade?" Come on, he's like, "Yeah, fair, I guess." Anyways, that was funny. Story time. That was little.
he's a fucking. All right, so Williams for the 49ers rookie Williams is also out with a torn ACL. What is going on in San Francisco, bro? Like everybody's just getting hurt.
Dude, it's like every single season with them. It's like
Yeah.
all of their players, and obviously every team deals with injuries. Every team
Correct.
has injuries. You know, I don't think that there's a team in the NFL right now that has fewer than 5 injuries on their team. However,
We had 4 yesterday. 4, 5.
when you're a team and you have all of your best players hurt, yeah, no, it's like dude, your season's a wash already at that point. But they're
Well,
fighting. They're fighting. Those 49ers, they keep fighting. They keep winning. They keep dueling. You know, they keep trying to do whatever they can until they can get their players back. But you know, it's just kind of unfortunate for them.
and that's exactly where I wanted to get at. They're still fighting. They're still fighting for that spot. And obviously growing up in the 90s, well, I was already grown up in the 90s, my old head. But um obviously 49ers big in the 90s and 80s and all that stuff. Joe Montana, and everybody Rice and all that stuff. So I kind of have like a little soft spot for them. And but there's this family, and I can't believe I'm even going to talk about this. But there's this family on TikTok, right? The Aguilars, right? Check them out. It's under Natalie and the Aguilars. It's a Mexican family. They are freaking hilarious. Absolutely love them. He is him and the OG Carnal. OG Carnal, he's a big, big Niner fan. Like he even came to the game in Jersey this weekend. Uh, but they are the biggest 49er fans. So I actually watched their TikToks and I watched all the stuff they do because they're hilarious. And you got to see them. And there's times that I catch myself rooting for the Niners. And I'm like, let's go Niners. And I'll be like, oh my God, bro, Ruben must be excited, thrilled, jumping up and down. You got to check them out. Go check them out on TikTok, man. They're hilarious. Obviously, it's football. So obviously, we love football. So any
Is he
content
the
that has
one
to do
that
with
wears like the whole get up with like
the
the
cape,
mask too
yeah.
and everything?
No, not the mask.
I think it might be somebody else I'm thinking about because he wears kind of like it looks like a Rey Mysterio kind of style mask, but it's like, and then he's got like the huge chain with like the big styrofoam 49ers logo, and then he wears
That
like
might
a
be
cape.
OG Carnal. That might
Maybe.
be OG Carnal. Because it's actually 3 of them, but one of them I really haven't seen this season. It's usually Cisco. You also have OG Carnal and Ruben Aguilar, who is from Natalie and the Aguilar. But like she takes his daughter social media. Obviously, you should see all the perks that they get, like being 49. Like the Niners send them to the Super Bowl. That's how big of fans they are.
Dude, I always wondered how you can get into the NFL Fan of the Year.
You know what? I don't know how, but I'm sure they would because they are. I can't believe that we're talking about a TikTok family on the podcast. But that's, dude. I'm telling you, go check them out and check OG Carnal. I'm telling you, even though you're not a Niners fan, you kind of still root for them because, like, dude, when they lost the Super Bowl, oh my God, go back to those videos. Oh my God, their daughter, is Angie, Angela. Oh my God. She's probably like 18, 19 now. Dude, crying. Cry. When I tell you this family is die hard, freaking Niner fans, I'm telling you, go check them out. I'm going to send you a video so you can check them out. They're freaking hilarious. Hilarious.
I'm sure while scrolling I've come across because I remember seeing a handful of guys that are all dressed up in like from head to toe, like literally
Yeah.
their socks are banners, like everything.
Dude, my man gets up in the morning and starts riding his bicycle through like the neighborhood with a boombox and a Niner flag as a cape, and like woo. I'm telling you, you gotta watch them. Gotta watch them. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're talking about TikTok family here. They're cool though. Aguilar's freaking amazing though. All right, let's go. What's next? Ooh, 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 ooh. Jesus Christ, what's his name? I had it all week to talk about it. My man, the guy who just hit the score. 900. Oh my God.
Ovechkin?
Yes. Yes. I had the picture and everything. I posted it up on the account. What is it? 900 goals?
Yeah,
First guy?
900 career goals. I think he already surpassed the record last year for something else. What was it? The points?
I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember. See, that's the problem with me, man. I gotta start writing things down. I see things and I'm like, "Ooh, this is good," and then I come here and I start talking and rambling about TikTok families, and now I'm like, but listen, I'm a huge hockey guy. I love hockey again, and I'm still learning the game. I've always used to watch it when I was little, when I was in school, because that was one of the things that used to take us, the New Jersey Devils. That's where I started. If I started watching any team, liking any team before the Giants, the Yankees, or anybody, it was the Devils. And it's funny because I used to be the Devils and the San Antonio Spurs because I also used to see the Nets a lot. But I really didn't get into it like passionately until I started doing the part-time job when I worked in the Giant Center.
No?
Dude, watching the Hershey Bears every game, dude, I'm telling you, the pace sucked. The pace sucked. But just being able to be there and watching all the concerts, I got some nice perks, bro. I got some nice perks. I got to be close to Elton John, like right there. Like it was like that through an entire. So like my whole passion with this started when I started working at the Giant Center. I got to see all the hockey games, got to see concerts, got to be close up with people that, like Kevin Hart, Elton John, Lady Gaga, and all this. But the one thing that I truly loved the most about working there was being able to see all the Hershey Bear games. Dude, I don't know, like I remember I took you one time when you were little, like super little. Kevin got lost. But you gotta go, man. You gotta go. I love hockey. Hockey to me is
The Hershey Bears, if I remember correctly, they won it all last year too, right? Are they back to back?
they went back to back. Back to back.
Yeah.
No, I don't think last year. I think they lost last year. The previous year to that they won because that's when I was working over there. They went back to back champions. They're 13 times Calder Cup champions. The Hershey Bears,
Here's
bro.
the thing when it comes to that level of hockey, right? The one below the NHL. Me being a Lightnings fan, their farm team is the Syracuse Crunch. So they have a team here, right there in what is it, New York or the Syracuse?
They play them. I don't think they do
Oh, I think they should. But
because
what I was gonna say though, it kind of sucks because since I'm a fan of the Lightning, I feel like I should be a fan of Syracuse because that's where they develop the players that would then be called up to play for the Lightning. You know what I mean? But then also
I
living 20 minutes away from the Hershey Bears, I'm kind of like stuck in between both. You know what I mean?
listen. What's today? The 10th.
Monday, November 10th.
Speaking of the Syracuse Crunch, they're playing them on Friday.
How much are tickets? Let's go.
It's no way they're playing in Syracuse,
What was that?
and they're not.
Oh,
They're
they're
playing in
not.
New York. Do you hear me? They're playing in New York.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on now. Are they away? Or are they here in Hershey?
Away.
Okay.
They're away. They're away. But because my team is the Albany, and even they went to play, but I used to see them the Bears and the Albany, and I'm like, okay,
Is
like
that the Devils farm team?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, I used to be like rooting for them, but in the same token, I was like, yeah, no, Hershey. It's the home team. It's the local team. So
I guess it's like it wouldn't be bad if you go to a Hershey Bear game and they're playing like anybody else. Then you can go and be a Bears fan for, the 3 to 4 hours that you're inside that stadium. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if Albany comes down or Syracuse comes down and I go to that game, I'm gonna have to rep the Syracuse because I would go in there wearing my Lightning jersey. You know what I mean? Like I would have to be a fan of the team that, you know.
You can do that. You can do that. I mean, listen, you can do that. Like, I'm not gonna go. I went to the game when I went to the game with Lorna and everything, and I went to a few games actually. I used to rock my Devils jersey. I mean, I'm not gonna go there with a freaking Capitals, the Caps shirt. So, because that's their team. That's the Caps, Washington. And I got to see a lot of the players that they were hurt from the Capitals, and they used to come to Hershey, to kind of practice, to get back into it a little bit. So it's a fun experience. Tickets are always cheap, and bro, it's a great time. It really is. It really is. But let's go over here real quickly because I got Jesus, I forgot. I wanted to go back and talk about the college real quickly. And I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something that when I was searching, I kind of saw and it caught my attention. And here it is. I need you to talk to me about your team, South Florida. What's going on with them? Where is this coming from? We already discussed it, but and
They
hear me out. Oh, hear me out. We discussed this not that long ago, and it was still like very early in the season. But now you're looking at them, and they are 7-2, like Texas, Georgia, and it just shocks me that you got this team that was like irrelevant. Let's be honest, irrelevant. Now in the top 25, and they are seriously kicking ass. And I'm like, let's go. Because obviously we got family in Tampa. You know that. We discussed that before. Well, not on the pod, but we know. And I went to see my aunt who lives literally 5 minutes from.
I gotta buy her a house. I gotta buy her house.
Yeah. Hey, I sent you one they were selling the other day. Remember? She lives literally like 5 minutes away from Raymond James Stadiums and like 4 or 3 from the opposite side to the University of South Florida. Because that's where Kyle and I went to for Saturday night's main event. And like she lives so close, and it just makes me want to move to that area. Not for Tampa Bay, not for the Bucks. It's just
You'll
no.
find yourself there on Sundays if you move there.
Yeah, but that's because I love football.
Wearing a
It's
red
like,
and pewter jersey.
but when you look at it this way, as you know, my goal is to move to Florida. You got Jacksonville, which is about 3 hours away from where I want to go. All right. Then you got Miami, who's like 4 hours, and then you got Tampa is an hour. So I'm like, hey now, you know, Tampa I get, I still get the benefits of the beach. I get the benefits of like, the Spanish food and all that kind of stuff. Even though in Miami, I'm sure I'll get a lot of Spanish food. But I'm happy with the Spanish food that I get in Kissimmee and Orlando area. And not only that, you got the Kia Center. You got the Orlando Magics where they play. You got the stadium right next to the Kia Center where the Orlando football team, the soccer team plays. And you're gonna have also the Orlando Storm who are gonna be playing in the Camping World Stadium. You got everything there. See, I got my sports and the wife has Disney. Sports, Disney. Hey, I'm going to the game. Okay, I'm going to Disney. Peace out, homie. That's it. No fighting. You see what I'm doing there?
Yeah, yeah.
That's. But anyway, what's going on with your team, man? I mean, like, because I started talking, I know I started rambling and everything, but like, seriously, I'm very impressed with them. I'm super impressed with them, and I think that, and I'm rooting for them to make it. Like, I know how college the playoffs work. It's like Alabama could be 0-20. I know it doesn't go 20, but like 0-20, they still get that playoff spot. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of hoping they do get that spot.
Well, they actually have a very good chance at making the college football playoff, because I think they do have one spot that's pretty much slotted for one of those teams, one of those Power 5 teams, or Group of 5 teams. Sorry,
but they're 25 though right now.
Yeah,
right. They were.
Well, last year was SMU. Wasn't SMU ranked like pretty decently? And then they eventually got destroyed by Penn State, but they showed up.
Yeah, Penn State sucks.
But no, honestly, it has everything to do with the coach and the quarterback that they have, which unfortunately is a senior. So who knows how the offense is going to look next year? But you got a 6'3", 230-pound dual threat quarterback that has an arm like a rocket and can run. Basically, think of Cam Newton.
Okay.
That's basically what they have. That's basically what they have at quarterback. Senior, and the head coach, Alex Golish, really good, really solid. He is building something down there in South Florida, and it's kind of low-key, a little bit under the radar. Now, this is like the third time that they've been ranked this year. I think, the highest that they've been ranked was like 18 or whatever before they lost to, I think it was like Miami week 3 or whatever it was. But Miami was like ranked third, and then Miami beat them by like 30, and then they were 18, so then they were like, all right, you're unranked again. And then 2 weeks later they were ranked again, and then they lost to Memphis, and then now they're ranked again. So it's like they gotta stay in the top 25. Like move up. Don't stop dropping.
Down. Yeah.
Stop dropping. But
here's the thing.
They're really good. Okay, so the last game, and I don't know if it was this last game that just happened, like Saturday or no, Thursday or Friday. It was one of those 2 days. When I was watching the game, South Florida was up 14-0, and they had not had the ball offensively yet.
Yeah, that was Thursday. I remember you sending that in the group chat.
It was like a pick six, and then the very next play was like a fumble recovery for a touchdown. It was like the offense 0 yards all across the board, rushing, passing, and they already have 14 points on defense. So they have a really good defense too, as well.
They do, but they got a tough game coming up this weekend. They got Navy.
Yeah, it's
7-2 as well.
It's going to be probably similar to what happened like with the Memphis game, because they're in the American Conference. I believe Navy's in there as well. So Navy, Memphis, and South Florida.
They don't affiliate themselves, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Navy's independent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like Army.
But no, but yeah, it's from what I've been reading, it's going to be one of the bigger games for South Florida this year.
Yeah.
Which kind of doesn't look good because they're 7-2, and their 2 losses are against Miami and Memphis. Now, Memphis, when they lost to them, were unranked. However, they had just as good, if not maybe a better record than South Florida.
Yeah.
Within the division. And, I think overall as well. Or maybe they were like, 5-3 or something like that. South Florida was like 6-1 or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you can't keep dropping the big games. And losing to Miami. Had they beaten,
they would have been in the top 10.
Had they beaten Miami, I feel like they would have just kept it going and going and going, and they would have not lost to Memphis, and they would still be undefeated. And then there'd be a team where they'd be like in the top 10, and everybody's like, "Oh, these guys are frauds." You know what I mean? They're gonna be one and done in the playoffs. Maybe, who knows? But they could also, smack you around. Maybe fuck around and win a playoff game, just ruin everybody's day. Just beat like a Georgia or somebody just out of nowhere. Just be like, what? What?
But here's the thing. I just feel that with all the injuries that Jackson Dart has been having lately, thanks to the coach, not protecting him. I didn't want to say all that because obviously, but yeah, obviously we know that he left the game with a concussion and everything. We could use a nice quarterback. So if he's a senior, man, hey, more than happy to have him in the Giants next year. All right, Kris. All right. I can see the thing going on right now. So this is it. We're having a lot of connection issues, so we're just gonna end it right here, right now. If you can hear me, go like this. If you cannot, peace
Peace.
out. We'll talk. Thank you, everybody.